My parents didn't invite me to Christmas, but sent a $22,000 invoice for my sister's dream car. Mom laughed and said, "You're just a bank to us." Dad told me, "You're not worth a plate at Christmas." The next morning, my inbox was full of apologies, but I was done reading. "You're not even coming to Christmas and you dare to question us about a gift?" My mom snapped, arms folded, eyes like ice shards. "It's not a gift if you send me an invoice," I said, holding up my phone. $22,000 for Mia's car, with the subject line, "Your contribution." "She's your sister?" Dad grunted from the recliner, barely looking up from his phone. "You've got the money. Least you can do." "I wasn't even invited to Christmas," I said quietly. Mom rolled her eyes. "Because you never show up. You're always working. We figured you'd be too busy." Then, with a smirk, "Honestly, you're just a bank to us at this point." I blinked. A bank. Dad set his phone down, looked me dead in the eyes. "You're not worth a plate at Christmas." The words fell heavy. Mia said nothing, just held her keys, white Range Rover fob dangling like a trophy. I stared at them all, my family, then I left. My name is Ethan Parrish. I'm about 26. I live in a one-bedroom apartment above a laundromat in Baltimore. Finance analyst. Decent salary, long hours, minimal sleep. Growing up, I was the fixer. The calm one. The one who didn't get caught crying. At 17, I helped keep the lights on. At 18, I stayed home from college for a year to pay off Dad's medical debt. At 21, I co-signed Mia's student loans, the same ones she never repaid, that now live on my credit report like a curse. Still, I never said anything, because I thought that's what family did. My family, injustice in three faces. Mom, Karen, 52. Sharp-tongued. Guilt is her language. She once sold the jewelry I bought her for Mother's Day to pay Mia's rent. Dad, Mark, 54. Everything is transactional. He believes in loyalty as long as it benefits him. He only calls when he needs help, or when he's mad I didn't offer it first. Mia, 22. My little sister, beautiful, reckless, indulged, got away with everything because crying bought her more than any hard work ever could. I loved her, I still do, but she never once stood up for me. 3 days before that fight, I got an email from Karen Parrish. Subject, "Your contribution." Attached is the invoice from the dealership. You can wire your half by Friday. Mia picked white with tan leather. No hello, no, how are you? Just a bill. I laughed, thought it was a joke. Until I called the dealership and heard the words, "Oh yeah, you're on the paperwork as joint purchaser. Credit check already done." They forged my signature. Again. Same as they did on Mia's loans. I felt sick. Like I was 21 again, watching my future be sacrificed for someone else's mistakes. I went to their house that night. "You stole my name for a car," I said. "We didn't steal," Mom replied. "You're part of this family. That means helping. Without asking, you always say no," she snapped. "This way, you couldn't." Dad added, "You live alone, no kids, no spouse, no responsibilities. What's $22K to you?" "It's not about the money," I said. "It's the fact you didn't even ask. You didn't invite me to Christmas, but thought it was fine to use my credit?" "You're so dramatic," Mom hissed. "You think money means you're better now?" Dad spat. "You're nothing without us." I turned to Mia. "You okay with this?" She looked away, said nothing. That silence said everything. They didn't remember, but I did. Christmas Eve, 2017. Dad was out of work. Heat got shut off. Mom cried quietly in the kitchen. Mia was still in high school. I sold my laptop, the one I'd saved for, the one I needed for school, and gave the money to Mom in an envelope. I told her it was a rebate check. I watched her hands shake when she opened it. They kept the heat on that winter. No one ever thanked me. No one ever mentioned it again. Until now, I realized they never meant to. They didn't know I recorded the entire conversation that night. Not because I planned revenge, but because I'd started recording our talks months ago. For protection, for proof, for my own sanity. I posted a short, edited version to a private group of family and friends. No names, just audio and a caption. Ever wonder what it's like to be the family ATM? It spread. People recognized the voices. Cousins started texting me. Aunt Denise called crying. Old neighbors messaged, "You deserved better." Mia messaged me one line, "You humiliated us." I didn't reply. The next morning, my inbox was full of Ye's apologies. From Dad, from Mom, even from Mia. I didn't open a single one. I met them again, not to reconcile, but to return the keys. They'd mailed me, just in case. I wanted to borrow my half of Mia's car. Mom looked older. Dad looked furious. Mia looked like she hadn't slept. "You didn't have to make it public," Mom whispered. "You didn't have to make it cruel," I said, even calm. "We're family," Dad muttered. "You used that word like a weapon." Mia wiped her eyes. "I didn't know they used your name. I'm sorry, I should have said something." "You had 5 years of somethings." "They begged me to take the post down. I said no." "You finally hear me now, or do you need another file?" I walked away, not in rage, not in grief, in peace. Because finally I wasn't chasing their approval anymore. Later that night, Mia came by my apartment alone. She handed me a letter. Real pen, real ink. Inside was a note that read, "You gave up a lot for me. I let them treat you like a checkbook. You didn't deserve that. I'm trying to be better." She looked me in the eyes. "You don't have to forgive me now, but I want to earn it. Really." I didn't say anything for a long time. Then I nodded. I blocked Mom and Dad's numbers 2 weeks later. Not to punish them, to protect myself. Mia and I talk now. Not often, but honestly. She sold the car, took a bus to therapy, started working. And me? I sleep better. I breathe easier. I make dinner for myself and play music without worrying if I'm enough. I've learned something. You don't owe people who see your value only when it serves them. Love should feel like home, not alone.